Hello, it's the latest episode of the Pettifoggers podcast. Wow! What a fun time to be alive. This week, we played Call of Duty Warzone, and Lols is going to tell us what the game's about. Go ahead, Lols.
Uh, if you don't know what Call of Duty is, Call of Duty is a first-person shooter where you play against other people online and have to kill them.
What a brilliant explanation. Dunk, can you help us out? It's probably worth noting that Bells isn't here this week, and we've replaced him with another Irishman. So, Dunk, can you maybe fill in everything that Lols missed, which is pretty much everything?
I think it's pretty important fact that it's a battle royale game. I think that's sort of the main aim of it. But yeah, it is very much just a run and gun battle royale. 100 people all in a new map, trying to kill each other and be the last one standing.
Yeah,
that's basically it. Lols didn't want to say about that. She just wanted to say there were guns and other people. So we've all played it. We all played it on Wednesday night, and then again on Friday, and pretty much every day. But initial thoughts. What are we thinking so far?
I love it. I'm addicted again. Like now that I've binned my keyboard, I've got my controller again. I can't get off it. Really enjoyed it. How about you, Duncan?
Yeah, it's back to its old game. Maybe even better, to be honest. I think it's brought back all the nostalgia of the COVID lockdowns and everyone getting back on the battle royale games. None of that resurgence malarkey. Just straight back into the good old game where everyone's just running for wins and testing out the new metas. And yeah, it just feels excellent to be back on Call of Duty again, I think.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think we might actually be back. There's not any guns that are wildly overpowered compared to the others, which I was expecting, and it doesn't seem to be too buggy. There's a few crashes every now and then, but it's always expected. But yeah, it's been pretty smooth, other than the error that everyone got that told them they'd lose all of their guns and camos and any progression they've had through Modern Warfare 3. But it turned out that was a bug and had no relevance at all.
Wow. Say that to Raven, who had to uninstall the whole game and reinstall
No,
it.
he didn't have to uninstall the game. He just decided to because he was having a bit of a hissy fit, which I can't blame him for. I've absolutely done the same. But yeah, no, he didn't have to uninstall it. I think he just gave up. But yeah, we've been playing with quite a few of the members of the community, and we've only heard sort of positive feedback, I think, haven't we?
I'd say so. I was thinking back as well. I know it feels nice, the map, but I remember at the time when Verdansk left, we were all kind of begging for a new map by that point, and I think we kind of forget that actually we were done with Verdansk back in the day. Especially because Rebirth came in and changed the dynamic of the game. But it does feel really nice. It feels much more similar to Verdansk than as what we wanted. But the movement's great as well. It's so good.
Yeah, I think I actually agree with what you're saying about Verdansk. I think everyone had sort of asked for a new map and things, and then when the new map was released, it was very much oh no, bring it back. But I think, as you said, Rebirth sort of started to take over at the end of Verdansk. But there's one thing was missing from Rebirth, and then sort of subsequently of all the next maps was the wins in Rebirth, and the wins, even if you did win in Caldera or Al Mazrah, they just didn't have the same feel as winning in Verdansk, and I think that's back now, having got 3 wins now myself, just putting that out there. Mm-hmm. There's a serious feel of just pure accomplishment compared to like the likes of a Rebirth win or a Caldera or Al Mazrah win.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, touching on Verdansk and sort of wanting to get rid of it, I think one thing they did with Verdansk was they kept changing it. Every new season they were like adding tunnels underground or just random shit that no one actually wanted. If they kept it as it was, I don't think anyone would be complaining. And I'm hoping that they're not going to do that with this map. I feel like in a couple months' time they might go, oh yeah, like all of the Aether portals have spawned, and now you can go through it, and it will teleport you somewhere. And it's like, we don't need it. We just need a decent map that we can play on. And then in a year's time, give us Verdansk again, which sounds like it is actually going to happen. I don't know if you've seen those reports, but yeah, it looks like.
I've heard. It is. I think that's a good balance, because a year on this map will probably have had enough by that point, and then it will be well and truly nostalgia next year when we're playing in Verdansk. Because I've never got to play. Oh, actually, have I played in Verdansk with you, Piers? Possibly. But I definitely haven't with the new community, like the community we're in now. Like, I don't think I've played any Verdansk with Greg.
Verdansk kind of went in 2021. Was it 2021 it disappeared?
Mm-hmm.
I think you can work it out based on that, then I know. Yeah.
I'm sort of hoping they take a leaf out of Apex book and have 2 or 3 maps and just have them on rotation.
It's kind of what they're doing with the Rebirth, isn't it? So
yeah,
it does work.
And it works, because if you don't like one of the maps, it's okay, because there's sort of 2 others that you could be in. So you've only got to stick with it for a game or 2, and then you're back on a different one.
It does feel good to like Battle Royale again, though. It's nice to be able to play that, because it does feel a lot more, like you said, it just feels like a win when you do get one. But yeah, it's just learning. I definitely didn't do the multiplayer grind enough before it was released. I need to catch up a lot.
Yeah, same.
I think I rather sillily went for only the guns I thought I'd like, and now I find myself getting beat about with that DG56, which I refuse to level up, and now everyone's on it, and it's just it's a sad time. Mind you, I did find a marksman rifle which competes. It's sort of 4-shot kill, so I'll show you that, guys, next time.
So I leveled up every gun, so I don't have that issue. Smug.
But it's taken over, isn't it? Because like, who was it the other day that said, "Oh, it's all over TikTok again"? Like, all TikTok is loadouts for Warzone, and it's just they've done it right this time.
I think all of my likes on TikTok are now just loadouts and builds and different wee jump spots on the map, which I will admittedly say is completely sad. Now, if I scroll through, there's definitely just take it's just loadout after loadout.
I like it. If it gives you the edge, then I like it. I'm going to ask a uncharacteristical question, if that makes sense.
No.
What do you want to see from this game? So, say 6 months down the line, what do you want to see in it?
I don't know. I generally don't know what I want from the game. I don't know, because I will eventually get a little bit bored of it again. I will.
Yeah. We're getting Rebirth back some point next year, apparently.
So whether they can break it up and maybe do that halfway between then and Verdansk coming back, maybe that will space it out a little bit. But it's at the end of the day, it's not Call of Duty's fault that we just get bored after a while. But I don't know what they can do to kind of keep it interesting.
One thing I would love to see, and this is taken from Apex again, would be ranked Battle Royale.
Definitely.
That would keep me so entertained and just grinding out the game, because every month or whatever it is, you just want to get up to the best level you can get and then get those ranked rewards. And so I know they did it in multiplayer, but that didn't bother me at all. But if they did it in Battle Royale, I would be all over that.
They brought in, was it the World Series of Warzone? I'm not sure whether were we able to compete in that or anything. Was it last time about, or I never actually looked into what it was, but I've seen a lot of talk about it.
I'm not 100% sure what it was, because that was the time I just wasn't playing Warzone and wasn't interested in it at all. But yeah, I'm not sure. I do know someone that played it was in London.
Like, have you seen anything to suggest that they might do it? It could be interesting.
I think it is being talked about as being brought back because it was very successful, and it basically kept people playing the game when really not many people were. So I think it will be back, but I don't think it's in the plans yet. I did see, in terms of trying to changes and things that they might be bringing into the game, I did see they're doing sort of themed events, the same as they usually do around Halloween and things. There's a Christmas event coming up, which hopefully doesn't bring back that Krampus thing.
Oh,
But
please no.
I did see a thing about that, some sort of Christmas event
on their patch notes, because I'm sad enough to actually look at the patch notes. It said about the Christmas event, and it says, "And we're bringing back Krampus." Just kidding.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Something
God
like
for
that. So they knew that Krampus was just fucking annoying, and they're like, nah. But I think it's going to be a sort of zombie type thing. And I think it's like a Santa zombie, and there's maybe some like zombie elves and stuff. But it looks really interesting, and it's on the battle pass as well, so you can get, I guess, some skins or guns and whatever that are Christmas themed. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that.
Have you both succumbed and got the battle pass?
No.
No, well, it's only a matter of time. I did. I couldn't help myself. I had to work myself away, work away around paying 25 quid for it all the same. But
is the
did end up
RAM
getting
on the battle pass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that why?
I don't know what you're talking about, Lol. It's not been my favorite gun ever. My favorite gun ever in that game. Oh, still haven't got using it all the same.
All of the new guns on the battle pass, so I was like, yeah, I should probably get this. Then you get some skins and whatever, and it's like, what, 12 quid, something like that, and you earn all your coins back. So I was like, I'm hoping to be playing it for a while. I don't mind throwing 16 quid in and having a load of coins. So it is what it is.
I think by way of advice, if anyone is going to get a battle pass, don't actually buy that black cell malarkey. There's at the bottom of your store, there's actually a thing you can buy, like skins, which gives you essentially the points free to get the battle pass. So you can get a lot more for your money if you go for down there rather than the black cell stuff.
Yeah, and just to repeat that, if you go on the store and then go right down to the bottom layer of all of the ones you can get, and it will say like 1,600.
You guys are
top
going to
right.
need to help me do that right after this podcast.
Yeah, no, it's genuinely worth it because you get like skins and whatever else with it, and it's the same price as you would spend on coins normally. So some free stuff.
Albeit, choose your skin wisely. I've I realized after buying that I've chosen Mace Windu's lightsaber. The guy's just running about, just a big purple man running about the place. So,
and there's that other one that gets in the way of the view, doesn't it? The cape or something is getting in the way of visibility.
I haven't seen that.
Something like that. I'm sure it was Jamie. Jamie was saying that his skin was just getting in the way and he couldn't see what he was doing.
That's probably his hacks glitching. But yeah, no, it's Call of Duty seems like a positive place to be right now, which is weird. It's an odd thing to say.
Yeah, it's back. It's back as good as it was. If you were to pick sort of one thing you don't like about it, though, because there is a couple of things. That's that it's not the perfect game. That it's never been a perfect game. But like if you sort of pick the sort of the negatives out of it, what will you be highlighting?
I know you've got this one as well, but I'm still struggling to get on with the backpack. But I think that is just a skill issue. Like, give me another couple of weeks, and I think I'll be like, yeah, the backpack's beautiful. But at the minute, I just end up with like 25 plates, and like I'm carrying nothing else, but it's just full of plates. So yeah, I need to just get used to that. But other than that, there's not really anything I'm disliking.
I don't like some of the climbing mechanics. Some, especially some of the ladders. You seem to like bug out a little bit and be climbing up half of it, or I think it you dunk yesterday, the aerial that's in the way and you can't get up there, and little bits like that that's potentially they'd need to fix. There's a couple of like floating blocks in the map, but it is early days, isn't it? It's literally just been released, so there's bound to be some.
That'll be patched soon enough.
Yeah. And I think for a Call of Duty game, for it to have released this smoothly, and that, albeit my game has crashed a few times, but I think that has just been me. I think I do just have an issue with the game, but I think with the crashes, and there was a point last night where I tried to aim at a guy and everything just went black. I don't know whether I blacked out or it was a game. I'm thinking it was the game, but yeah, there's quite a few glitches still, but they are very minor compared to sort of previous releases when you couldn't get into games and guns just wouldn't appear in the game and things. So I do think it's class. I just think
it's a lot more heavier on the PC. I think this one, because I've had to turn my settings right down, and even then, like the first 30 seconds into the game, everything just looks like a blob. So I have to just survive for that time just until it loads. But I mean, my PC is getting a bit dated now, but it wasn't like that on the last one. So it is definitely heavier on the PC. And you had problems, didn't you, Piers, the first time you played?
Yeah, I left my graphic settings the same as they were for Modern Warfare 3, and it was just maxing out my CPU. But since then, I've changed from normal to low or whatever, and it's actually running really nicely. And I can't tell any difference between low and normal anyway. So it actually looks really good still, and it's running fine. So I've got no complaints with that. I did at the time, but not now. But yeah, just sort of touching on the release again as well. I think what we used to with Call of Duty when it does have a massive update is there's queue times, or there are just loads of issues, as you said, with trying to get into matches, and like the social tab not working, I remember at one point, and different things. But there didn't seem to be anything wrong with this update. It was really smooth. There was no waiting times. It was actually it was really easy to get on and play, which was nice as well, and probably overlooked, but it should happen. Okay, let's get on to. Well, I guess the first question is, would you play it again? I feel like we already know the answer is going to be yes.
Every
so I'm just
Saturday
gonna
for
skip
kill
it.
races.
Yeah, straight back on. So yeah, I guess ratings out of 10 would be good. Lols, we'll start with you.
With how excited I feel right now, it's not going to be less than a 9. Like, we're just really, really enjoying it. So I'm not going to give it a 10. I'll give it a 9.
Oh, we'll take that. Dunk, where are you at?
I think I'm in the exact same boat. It would be, honestly, if there wasn't those wee glitches and the wee backpack skill issue that I've got, yeah, I think it would easily be a 10. But those wee niggly bits are just knocking it down to a 9. I think it's just too good, and I'll be playing it for very much the foreseeable future.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I have to agree. I'm going to give it an 8 though, because I'm just harsh. But yeah, I'm not as excited as I wanted to be, but I think I set my expectations really low, and didn't want to get too excited, and I'm still sort of maybe breaking through that. I'm just waiting for something to go wrong, but so far it's actually really good. I'm just waiting for something to go wrong, I think. But so I'll stick with an 8, just as a bit of a safety blanket.
Oh, so you're saying 8 just in case they do something wrong.
To be fair, it is Activision. It will happen.
I feel like it's too good to be true.
That is so harsh.
Like that pessimist, just waiting for things to go wrong. I'm not getting my hopes up yet. I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah. I'm still just trying to not get too excited and too carried away. But yeah, fair enough. So, what else have we been playing this week? Dunk, I'm going to start with you.
To be fair, I'm not like you guys. I don't have very much of a gaming repertoire. I actually tried to cancel my Game Pass this week, which is virtually impossible, because I know I'm going to be playing Call of Duty for the foreseeable. But there is one game I always play, and I think I've infected quite a lot of people with it now. In GeoGuessr, doing the daily challenge, and I have set myself the challenge of doing it guessing the locations within 30 seconds. Which is very, very, very much a detriment to my scores, but quite enjoyable.
Wildly upsetting when you beat me every day as well.
Sorry.
Lars, yeah, I'm sure you are. What are you playing at the minute, Lars? What games have you been playing?
I've been the same as usual. So I've been playing Call of Duty most of the week. Minecraft, and GeoGuessr. Yeah, because I am one of those people that has been infected. What about you?
I wouldn't say I'm fully infected by the GeoGuessr bug. I've done it maybe every other day for the last 6 days. So yeah, I'm maybe making my way towards it, but I've just got the sniffles of GeoGuessr so far, rather than the full infection.
It's not a disease.
just-
Come on.
He doesn't have the privilege of playing ChatGuessr on a Monday, so
That's what
he's
it is.
never joined in on a Monday ChatGuessr. It's so much fun.
It's Map Monday, but yeah. So yeah, I haven't done that. And also I've been playing Football Manager. I finally
Finally.
got on it, and now I can't get off it. It's actually on this screen right now. I'm just about to kick off against Sheffield Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that.
We're not interesting enough, Dunk.
I don't blame him, to be fair.
Yeah, I haven't listened to anything you two have said for the whole podcast,
Standard.
which doesn't make much of a difference. But yeah, I think that's all I've been playing, isn't it?
What do you think of it?
Jumped on Minecraft once, but yeah, Football Manager, yeah, it's the same as every year, so perfect. The best game ever made. They don't need to change it. Yeah, it's always perfect.
What do they change each release? Like I've never really. It doesn't mean just more inquisitively. I've never really played Football Manager.
There's a bit more sort of data and statistics you can go into now. Next year they're actually updating the whole graphics, so it's going to look more realistic. At the minute, it's a bit FIFA 01, but I don't mind that. I don't really play it for the graphics. It's not one of those. But yeah, they do little sort of updates all the time. So I think one of the ones this time was you can create your own set pieces and corners and free kicks and things.
Interesting.
But yeah, very very dull. Cool. Game's coming out next week. Lols, you've prepared for this diligently, you've told me. So
Yeah.
I expect a comprehensive list.
I have 2.
Cool.
And then we've got a couple of other bits to discuss, haven't we, of news this week. But House Flipper 2, for anyone that liked House Flipper 1. House Flipper was quite fun, actually. It's just one of those
It
ones.
is really good, to be fair.
It's a bit like Football Manager. If you ever want something you just want to shut off and kind of get on with.
Nothing like Football Manager, by the way.
Oh, no. I mean the vibes. Like, it's just one of those ones, if you're bored and you just want something to do, you can play House Flipper. No? Okay, moving on. So House Flipper 2 is coming out next week, and a game called Ready or Not, which I don't know if it was in early access before, did I read that or not, but it's a full release next week, which I haven't really looked into it much. It's like a war game, I'm guessing, by the looks of it. Yeah, that is all that I saw, really.
I have a follow-up question.
Oh, of course you do.
Is House Flipper 2 coming on to Game Pass?
I don't know.
Oh,
I bet you can tell me.
I don't know. I thought you were actually going to do your research for once.
Well, the first one was, so maybe. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
We'll see. If it's on Game Pass, I'll play it.
But...
if it's not on Game Pass, I probably won't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
Okay. There's no other questions, is there? It's just the outro now.
Well, did we not want to discuss like the GTA trailer and others? Okay, Dunk. What did you think of the GTA trailer? Because I want to discuss this.
To be fair, before it was released, I really didn't want to get excited for it because Rockstar and had some hand in Cyberpunk, and everyone got really excited for that, and it went horrifically wrong from the release. Although I do hear it's decent now. But I watched the trailer and like I got goosebumps. The graphics are phenomenal. The stories look mad. And have you seen they've related the stories to actual real life scenarios from like Florida and stuff? It got me excited. It's got me. I'm definitely buying the game. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, that game could be £300 and I will pay it.
It's all right. You've got plenty of time to save.
That is true as well.
Mm-hmm.
It says 2025 at the minute, but I personally reckon that will get pushed into 2026.
Yeah, probably. It's one of those games that they don't want a repeat of like the Cyberpunks, do they? They want to get it right first time.
Yeah, I think they will do the right thing. I don't think
They've been-
GTA's
it's
ever
been-
really gone wrong, has it?
Yeah.
It's been going on for that long. Do you know what I mean? It's in production for so long, so you'd hope not.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 13 years since the last one was released.
Mm.
If it was released in
Mad.
2026, the last one was 2013, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's
and,
crazy.
And when you think like it's still going now, the last one, it's crazy. That is such a interesting franchise. But yeah. No, I don't think so.
And are they still updating it as well?
Yeah. So
I
there's
feel like they're still putting up like
events
seasonal
and
updates
things.
and
Yeah.
For the
It is mad.
online community. It's just massive, isn't it? So
Did you just get a hint of the story in the trailer when you watched it?
It looked like a bit Bonnie and Clyde to me.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I actually think it follows the woman, because there's just people speculate, on Twitter you see everything, but people have watched it in reverse. Apparently, it shows sort of the story the way through the woman's life. You know how the trailer opens and she's in prison. It basically shows how she was robbing somewhere and then ends up in a car and then goes through all of the other sort of bits of the crocodiles and everything that appears, but then she ends up in prison obviously at the end of it. So
Yeah,
maybe just an insight into the story.
spoiler alert.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'll be good
It's
either
a
way.
guess.
It is, I guess.
And I'm assuming they're going to do GTA Online again, but I don't think there's any confirmation on that.
It'll be like
haven't
a
seen
fresh
any
map,
anyway.
won't it? I imagine. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
of course.
like Warzone, where like everyone's probably got a little bit bored of the current map. But obviously it's gonna have to be really customizable for like private servers and stuff like that. So be interesting to see when they release more information.
And it's twice the size of GTA Vice City, right?
Map is.
Map? Yeah, I've heard the map is just massive.
Oh my god, GTA 5. GTA is it GTA 5? Yes, GTA 5 was 100 gig to download.
It's gonna be big.
It's
gonna be big.
It's gonna need a whole hard drive to itself.
A bit like
I think the
Warzone at the
graphics-
minute.
True.
Yeah, the graphics are going to be something else. So I think it's going to be quite. I think even I'll be adjusting the settings for it just looking at the trailer.
Yeah, I think I might have a new PC by then.
Well, the way you were taking apart yours and putting it back together, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to need one.
Working now, isn't it?
It is. Where's that doubt that he had earlier? That he had for COD. Doesn't have it now, does he?
No. Smashed it. Okay. Was there anything else that you were desperate to talk about, Lols, or was it just GTA?
No, that was it. Thank you. You may
Okay.
continue.
Well, that leads us beautifully into the outro. It would be unfair to put it on to Dunk because it's his first time here. So Lols, obviously, you're going to take it away with the outro you always do. Apparently, I confused you with this last time when I said the classic outro, but just do an outro that is normally what you would do.
Okay. All right. So next week we haven't got a game planned, I don't think. Maybe the
disappointing.
finals, seeing as it's just had an update or something. That could be interesting to try. I don't know. If anybody's got any recommendations for games that we could try next week, you are not here, Piers. I remember that.
That's
So,
mean.
yeah.
I'm not invited.
So, yeah, any recommendations for games that we can play and review going forward, preferably new ones or new update games, that would be great. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again next week. Maybe not Piers, but yeah, we'll see you again next week, and this has been...
Slowly, she's replacing all of us. Bells is gone this week.
Right.
Next week, I'm not going to be here.
It's just going to be AIs.
At least they'll behave themselves.
Fine. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.